Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria, and today I decided to do a different video. I'm going to be making over this little black truck. Now I have had this truck since probably about 1997. It was a gift that was given to my son when he was small, and when he outgrew it, my other son used it, and when he outgrew it, we kept it, and then when we adopted our daughter, she then used it for a few years and enjoyed it very much. I have not been able to get rid of this truck. It's just always been around, and I was going to get rid of it this weekend and then changed my mind and decided that I would make it over. Sorry, there's our kittens that are getting in on the video as well. But I decided to make it over into a more modern version of the red truck. I figured that I could use this for outside decor, and I thought it would just look too cute. Now, it's not in perfect condition. There are some things that did break on it, but I'm going to do the best that I can to make this black truck into a red truck, and I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tape up the wheels. Now I know I could go ahead and remove them. I might try that first. If I see that they're not coming off that easy, I'm just going to go ahead and then cover the wheels, the steering wheel, with some plastic bags just to keep them covered so that the spray paint doesn't go on them. And then some parts of the truck I might just be hand painting after with some possibly silver paint or black paint, not quite sure yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and tape this up and start spray painting the truck. Okay, so I have just washed and then sprayed some vinegar on the truck and just dried it all off with a paper towel. I did end up taping the wheels and the steering wheel because it didn't seem like they were coming off very easy, and I figured I could just go ahead and wrap them up and they should be protected okay, and the steering wheel as well. So now I'm just going to take some of this Krylon Super Max all-in-one. It is a paint and primer, indoor outdoor, no sanding, maximum rust protection, and it is red gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying the whole truck and let that dry. So here I've done one coat of the spray paint, and if I had enough to do the bottom and the inside of the red truck, I might have even just stopped at that, because it gives it more of an older look when you have some spots where the black is showing through. I just really like the look of it, but I didn't quite have enough, so I'm gonna have to go get another can. I used about 1.5, but I still need to do a little bit more on the inside, just a little bit. I mean, I did get a soft coat everywhere. The only place that I didn't get any spray paint was at the bottom of the truck, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as well. So I really love how this is coming along. The color I think is perfect. I didn't mention the color, but for any of you that are interested, it is by Krylon and the color is Banner Red. So really happy with how it's coming out. I'm gonna go get that spray paint and then do probably another coat. Not a very heavy coat, just a light coat to get in those areas where there is more black showing through. So I did end up picking up some more paint. I could not find the exact same one, so what I did end up getting is the Rust-Oleum 2x paint and primer, and I did pick it up in Colonial Red, and it seems to be a really good match to the Banner Red. So I went ahead and put the truck on its side and just painted underneath as well as inside of the truck on the hood. And I'm gonna start with my second coat. I also just spray painted the back piece that goes that attaches to the truck. I don't know if I'm gonna end up putting that on. I might just want to keep it open, but I went ahead and spray painted it anyway. Okay, so now that the truck is dried, I want to add a little bit more paint to the truck to bring it more to life. So I'm going to be adding some silver metallic paint as well as some white paint, and you'll see when I paint the areas of the truck how I do that. And I also want to add a couple of things, accessories to the truck. So the first, I'm going to add some lights, and these are the Dollar Tree LED push lights, and I have 5 of them. So I'm going to put 2 in the front of the truck, 2 in the back of the truck, and then 1 on the inside of the roof of the truck. And I want to paint these in the same Colonial Red Rust-Oleum paint and primer, and that was in gloss that I painted the truck. So I've already gone ahead and taped up 3 of the lights, as I don't want the plastic where the light comes through to be painted. Now on 2 of them, for the backlights, I did want to paint the plastic area, and I was just going to spray paint them completely, but I'm not sure if the spray paint is going to be too thick for that light to come through. So I'm just going to tape up all of the lights, and then with 2 of them, I'm going to take some acrylic paint and just water it down and give it a light thin coat on top of that plastic. I think that's going to work better. So let me go ahead, paint these up, and then we'll move on to the next step. This basket that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and this basket fits perfectly in the back of the truck. It's as if it was made for the back of that truck. So that back piece that I took off to paint, I probably will not be adding that, because from behind I want to be able to see the basket. So I will leave that off for now, but I did paint it, so if it is something that I want to add back on, I definitely can. I'll just store it for now. So initially I wanted to paint this basket in a brown color, and I thought I did have some brown spray paint on hand, but I don't, and I can't get out to the store right now, so I thought I'd just go with what I have. I'm first going to try and paint it with the Valspar paint and primer in black gloss. And if I like it, great. If not, I'm going to add a little bit of silver and try to give the basket a metal look. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this up, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now my truck has dried, and I'm ready to add some details to the car so that to the truck so that it doesn't look so bland. I have some Dollar Tree acrylic paint in silver metallic and white, and I'm going to be adding that paint to the door handles, I'm going to be painting the inside of the wheel. These did have plastic rims on them, but 2 of them were missing. 1 was cracked, so I just took them all off. Now I'm first going to prime the inside of those wheels with my Zinsser because this acrylic paint won't stick to that. So I want to prime it first and then I'll add my acrylic paint, and I'll do that wherever I'm going to be adding paint. I also want to add some mirrors. So in this area here, I have a Dollar Tree plastic tray that I'm going to cut out and then just glue that onto there. The steering wheel, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. I also have my stencil from Essential Stencil, and it's actually a big one, and I wanted to stencil Farm Fresh on here, but I think it's going to be a little bit too long. I don't want to cover that handle, so what I might do is just put Farm and then Fresh underneath and stencil it on that way. And once I've added the detailing to my truck, I am going to glue the LED lights that I painted with my E6000 glue, and then I'm just going to add some decor to the back of the truck and the inside of the truck, and I will be ready to show you. So now I'm going to stencil Farm Fresh onto the truck, and with this I'm going to use my Zinsser paint as it is a primer, and I think it'll just stick better to the truck. So I've just taped my sign up, and I actually am going to be able to do it straight across instead of Farm on top and Fresh on the bottom. So hopefully this turns out to look really, really nice. For this, I am using a cosmetic wedge, and I just load the paint onto the wedge and then I pounce it off so that I have very, very little paint, and that'll help with it not to bleed. Thing on the other side. So I have 2 of the 5 LED lights, and what I'm going to do now is these 2 lights I will be placing at the back of the truck. So I want the lights in the back to be red when I turn the light on. So I just am going to take some Mod Podge, and this is the Dollar Tree Mod Podge, and I'm going to apply it to the cover here, the plastic cover of the 2 lights. Once that's dry, I'll take some red acrylic paint and then paint over that. I'm ready to attach the LED lights. So I'm just going to take off the sticky self-adhesive paper backing of this, and I'm going to add some of the E6000 glue to that because I want to make sure that this adheres nicely and stays on. And I will attach 2 to the front, 2 to the back, and then 1 on the inside top of the roof. Ended up doing is after I added the E6000 glue, I just took a piece of painter's tape and I taped it to the truck to hold it up, as this is lying flat. So until the E6000 glue adheres to the truck, it's going to be a little bit slippery and slide down. So with each of the lights, I'm just going to add some tape to hold them in place. Now, using the Dollar Tree mirrored serving trays, I'm going to use that to cut out some pieces to make a mirror to go on each side of the truck. So just in this area here, I'm going to take a piece of wax paper, and it does indent where the mirror goes, so I'm just going to trace that with my pen, cut that out, trace it onto the serving tray, then cut that out and then glue it to each side of the truck to make 2 mirrors. Okay guys, so here is my new farmhouse red truck. And oh my goodness, this is by far my most favorite DIY makeover decor item that I've ever had in my home. I absolutely love it. Now I'm sure that it has something to do with, it is very sentimental to me. As I said, all three of my kids had this to play with, and also my nieces and nephews, so we've enjoyed it for many years. And I'm so glad that I didn't end up getting rid of it, because now I can enjoy it again. And it's going to be so much fun to decorate this seasonally, year after year. So I'll take you a little closer to show you here the details of the truck. Now it's not picking up on camera, but after I'm done the video, I will turn the lights off so that you can see it better. But the lights are red in the back. They're just not coming through off of the camera. And then down here in the back, I did a little license plate. It's not your regular license plate, but I thought I'd add Crafty Decoria to the back. I also made one for the front. I ended up not putting the back piece of the trunk because I just love how you can see the basket in the back of the truck. So I decided to keep it off, but it is painted and I can always put it on when I want to, but I just like the look of it open. I added, so I did paint the basket in the black finish, which I really like. And then I just added a buffalo check tea towel and then some squash in the back of the truck. The wheels, I painted them. I gave them 2 coats of the Zinsser and then 2 coats of the acrylic paint. Then in the center, I just used my black acrylic paint, and then once all of that was dry, I did go over it with some Mod Podge just to seal in the paint. I stenciled on the Farm Fresh and it fit perfectly. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. I also added some silver to the door handle of the truck, so on both sides. And then I added a little mirror, and again I just used the Dollar Tree mirrored serving trays. Just cut that up and then place one on each side. And then the license plate, I actually used that same tray, only I used the back of the tray, so the black part instead of the mirrored side. I added a light to the top here, and I love that because it lights everything that's inside of the truck. So here I just placed some mums for fall, but it also lights up the vegetables in the back, which I love. Again, the paint of the truck was Colonial Red, which I think is such a nice color. It looks brighter on camera, but I love the color for the red truck. And then over to the front, I painted the grill of the truck and then the bumper in the front with the metallic silver acrylic paint. And then again, another little plate on the front that says Crafty Decoria. My 2 lights in the front, which I think are perfect for this truck. I think it suits it so nicely. And then in the mirror, you can see the other side of the truck. I added the Farm Fresh as well, and I absolutely love it. So at first, I really had made this to place on my front porch because I thought it would look so nice for outdoor decor, and now I've changed my mind because I love it so much. I want to find a spot in my entryway. Hopefully I can. This way I can really keep this piece for a long time, and I don't have to worry about the weather with the rain and the snow and then the sun dulling the paint. Now I did spray paint, I did give it a clear coat as well, just for some added protection, but I just love it too much to keep it outside. For now, I'm gonna really try and find a spot for the inside. I think it would look so nice in the entryway, so that when family or friends come to visit, they can be welcomed with this adorable little red truck. And again, it's just sentimental because I've had it for so long, so I can really say it is an old red truck that I absolutely love. Well guys, that will do it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I had so much fun transforming this old truck to my new old red truck, and I love it. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video if you can. It greatly helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. As always, guys, you take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.